to another episode. I'm your hostess, Brittany Crossan, and I have with me back on the show Miss Megan Colwell, the Director of Design at my company, Fun Love Media. Hi, Megan.
Hey, Brittany, how's it going?
It's good. Like, in reality, we just talked like minutes ago, and here we are. Like, oh, how have you been? Oh, I talk to you every day.
I know, exactly. We talk all day, every day.
But I really am glad that you're here because we are talking about memes today, which is a super fun topic. And it's a part of your work that you do at Fun Love Media. And you always go, I cannot believe part of my work is creating memes.
I
Because
know.
it's fun. It's so fun. But I want to actually break it down to where it's really helpful for the listener as to like how they can use memes for their own brand and all that stuff. So all right, let's dive in.
I totally agree.
Meme talk. All right. First of all, can you give us a general description? What is a meme, just in case someone needs clarity on what we're talking about?
Yes. Oh my God. So I've been memeing to tell you.
Oh, nice. She's
I
been
know,
waiting.
in the episode
You've
right
been
there.
waiting. You've been waiting this minute and 20 seconds to be able to say that.
Like I'm just on the edge of my seat. I'm like, oh my God, now we just lost all listenership. Sorry, guys.
Please come back.
Um, but no, to answer your question, memes are essentially just a joke. It's like an exciting new world of comedy as it relates to marketing and how people are expressing themselves in the world of social media and online.
Okay. Would you call a meme? I'm asking because I think sometimes it can get confusing when it's in video form or in still picture form or both. Like, can any of those be a
Yes.
meme?
I would say a meme is a piece of content that expresses something comedically. So either a video or a still image, to me, are both memes. When the meme culture world started, it was like way back in the day. I don't know if you remember this platform, and I think it's called Imager, but it's spelled like Imgur, Imgur. And it's really where like this whole like subculture of content started. And it originally was like just static graphic posts. But now memes are everything. They could be a reels, they can be a video, they could be a static image, they could be a carousel post.
Okay. Okay. No, I didn't know about that platform. That's like some
I've been
underground
around a
insider
while.
shit. I'm way older than you, but okay. Okay, so cool. So that's what a meme is. It's cool. It can take place in whatever form, but it is based on comedy. And it's like you might could say also like it's relevant to certain topics depending upon what the brand is about, right? Like
Right.
okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we got the what. So now the why. Why have you used memes for some of our clients at Fun Love Media, and why would anybody in general use them at all? Like, what are the advantages to it?
They're highly shareable. You hear that all the time, right? That like you need to create engaging, shareable contents. Well, that's true. And that's exactly what memes can provide for your content strategy. And that's why we do it for Fun Love Media clients, but it's also why I do it for my personal brands. It's how I kind of work in content that I can batch ahead of time, that's really relatable, that people want to share. I'm not like selling anything, but I'm still talking about my brand and making it fun or lighthearted. And it's just an easy way to like gain more exposure, but funnel people to exactly what you're offering.
Right. Well, because you said shareable. It's something that's been talked about by us, but like just in general a lot recently. I mean, it's been talked about for a while, but especially recently because I think the CEO of Instagram was even talking about shareable content. That was one of the things we were talking about.
Yeah.
Is that it's just such a great way to get more eyeballs on your brand on social media. Like if somebody's willing to share what you posted, that means that then the next person saw it. So it's like the algorithm is like almost like taking it as like votes in your favor, right?
Yeah, no, exactly, exactly. But they straight up said the CEO like recently was like the more shareable your content, the more exposure it's going to get in the algorithm. Like the more time someone like if you make a meme for your account and someone DMs that meme from your feed to a friend of theirs, that tells the algorithm great. And so they're prioritizing that as like a reason to show your stuff to more people. So
Right.
that right there.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's going to increase visibility like exponentially if you're doing some good memes.
Yeah, but on the surface, it's like it seems so silly. You know, you're like, this is so silly. But it's
Yeah.
actually super strategic and a great way to relate to your target.
Right. Well, that's what's so cool about, I think, especially the kind of marketing related work that we get to do is because a lot of it can be silly. It can be like not so buttoned up and like that's the point and it's supposed to be. So instead of somebody looking down on it like, oh, memes, like it's just this silly thing, it's like, oh no, like this is actually helping grow brands and big brands too. Like huge brands use memes, not just smaller businesses.
Exactly. Huge brands are doing it now. And it's just it's crazy the kind of content that's coming out that's just on surface level is just fun and entertaining and you want to
Yeah.
share it. But like behind the scenes, there's actually quite a bit of strategy that goes into it and a reason that we're seeing big brands use memes to be seen.
Right. I always think about shareable content as like this, it's almost like what it does for the person that shares it. But I mean, like you and I exchange them privately and like that's fun and funny, right? But when somebody shares them like more publicly, like say they share something to their Instagram stories where more people will see it, I kind of feel like it's also like this opportunity for the person that shared it to like be passive aggressive. like they said it. Technically, this person that made this meme said it,
Yeah.
but I do agree. And if I had the balls, I might say it myself. But I'm gonna go ahead and share it here on my Instagram stories. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it helps people express themselves, right?
Yes. And how powerful is that expression through connection? Like for you to create a piece of content that people resonate with and are also like, hey, me too, totally. And they're using your content to express themselves. How powerful.
Oh, it's like the ultimate compliment too. When you're the creator of something and it gets shared a bunch of times, it's like I don't know, something about it just feels so warm and fuzzy. Like you said, like that connection,
Yes.
like we get each other, you
Right.
know.
Right.
and
Exactly.
and with and with and with brands, like if it's not a individual to an individual, but like when brands see people sharing their stuff, their memes, like that's great for the brand, right? Because every brand is even I would say even the huge ones, but especially the huge ones like Target or something, they want people to share stuff. They
Yes,
want to have connection with their audience.
they do. It's all about that connection. And it's about like, it's just fun not taking yourself so seriously. Something about not being buttoned up and kind of letting your hair down and
Yeah.
just having a silly moment.
Yeah. That's how probably most people want to be
Yeah.
in life.
Yes. Well, I know that I'm a silly goose, and I think that's why I'm the meme queen of Fun Love Media. But
Okay, so speaking of that, I want to ask you about this is not really planned, but it's kind of anyway, whatever. About a little bit about your process. When you do this, like, do you have a process to creating memes, or is it more like you get inspired by something that you see? I mean, how do you even do it? Because if someone wanted to try this themselves, I personally feel like it's a hell of a skill to be able to make them. I mean, really, I don't think it's easy. So if you have any tips for
yes,
someone that wants to try,
yes, I totally have tips. And this is just my workflow, but the fact that I make memes for my personal brand and for clients, I mean, I can definitely give you some pointers. So
okay,
my process is I scroll social media a lot. It's not like it's my job, but I just love social media. And if I see a meme that someone else has done and it makes me laugh, I will save it. And it doesn't necessarily have to be my niche because I know the things that I'm saving, whether it's on Facebook Reels, Instagram, TikTok, those things are eventually going to be molded into my brands. So I'm like, ooh, I like that punchline. I don't know how it's going to work into my brands, but I'm going to save it for later and the punchline will come to me. So there's that. So I'm saving a lot of posts. I'm also using, and many of you might be familiar with this, it's an app called CapCut, CapCut, and it's very popular right now. And it's actually quite easy to use that free app to make memes. So oftentimes when I'm on TikTok, I'll see someone's CapCut meme and I'll notice a little button in the bottom left-hand corner. And as of July 2024, this is how it looks on the screen right now. But there's a little shortcut that says CapCut template in TikTok. And so I'll save that post. And when I'm ready to do a meme post, I'll go to that post and go to the CapCut template and proceed to make my meme. And I always make sure for my clients and for myself that I just kind of have stuff in my phone's gallery that's like videos and pictures and just things about my brand that I can mold into these memes. I'm not
right.
creating the punchlines beforehand. That's usually never the case. It's usually like, okay, I'm going to sit down and I need a post for today, and this is for my personal brands, and I'll make the memes on the fly. But for clients, I try to batch at least two or three and do them like at one time when I'm like
Right.
feeling funny.
You're feeling funny. Okay. So what about like if someone is going to do memes and they want to again because I think it's not easy. I feel like it's its own art form, but to make it a little easier on them, if they want to take one that's already pretty much done for them, but like I mean if you can give credit of course, but like you're not making that many changes. Like you see people do that too, right?
Right.
So like maybe if they're just getting started, maybe you can't always think of a punchline, but like you saw another brand in your industry do that and you just kind of make the tweaks to match your business.
Yeah.
You know, maybe before you're getting really good at like full on doing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. I always try to, if you can see a good punchline and it's from something even similar in your industry, try to tweak it to you. Um, but I see
Yeah.
people all the time take memes from other accounts and they'll screenshot it and then they'll maybe put it in a carousel post. But most
Yeah.
memes, as you're creating it, people will